Hello and a happy Monday to you from us at Radically Rational and at radicallyrational.com. Yeah, Braves, consider yourselves swept. We get out the brooms. Okay, try telling Chris Webber that this is a fair world. 28 years after he loses track of timeouts, people are still talking about it. Steph Curry last night? Never mind. Dubs win anyway. This is not a fair world. So the Grizzlies avoided a sweep, and clearly that was the extent of their season ambitions, so they can die happy now. And DeJounte Murray in trouble for making contact with an official and yelling and pointing? I thought that all Spurs and former Spurs were angels. But it'll work out all right for DJ because he won't have to be there tomorrow night when his Hawks get eliminated by the Celtics. Now, what happened here? Paul Alexander just opened a sports blog with 3 straight NBA references? Okay. All right. We're all forgetting that prior to the time that he went down with an ACL injury against South Carolina, Tennessee's Hendon Hooker was the best college quarterback in the country and appeared vectored toward the Heisman Trophy. Okay, he may be the steal of the draft for any team that doesn't need him to play right away. You're asking who's my favorite cornerback. I hear that all the time. Well, my favorite draft available cornerback is Penn State's Joey Porter Jr. Big, strong, fast, smart, and I love those bloodlines. Who's your daddy? I would jump all over TCU offensive lineman Steve Avila. He played for the Frogs at center, guard, and tackle. Amazingly versatile. He'll probably be an NFL guard. He is absolutely plug and play. Yeah, I know that former Houston Cougar, come on, BB, give me the sign, Houston Cougar, wide receiver, Nathaniel Tank Dell. I know he's only 5'8". I know he weighs 165 pounds, and that's after a dozen Krispy Kremes. But I also know he caught 28 touchdown passes in 32 career games with the Cougs. That is productivity. All right, let me pose this question. Americans of all stripes, do we really want to run back this whole Biden-Trump thing? Really? Do we want to put ourselves through that? Why would we want to do that? Wouldn't we all enjoy a week, maybe a day, of some sense of normalcy and order and absence of chaos? I've said this a million times, but the best thing for this country would be if neither Joe Biden nor Donald Trump were president on January 20th, 2025. We need to move past that. Trump, here's the thing though. This is not inevitable because Trump may be, shall we say, legally indisposed. And I keep thinking that Biden really doesn't want to run for president again. He's going to, apparently. He's going to announce on Tuesday. I don't think he wants that. Do I think he's too old for the job? I do. And I especially think he would be too old for the job if and when he makes it to 87. And that's just reality. So right now, nobody, not named Trump or DeSantis, is even registering in GOP polling, but that could change. That could absolutely change. And keep this in mind. DeSantis is not ready for prime time at any level. I mean, here he is getting his ass kicked by a mouse in his own state as he tries mightily to ruin his own state's economy. So there may be an opportunity here. I'm an optimist. For Republicans, sensible Republicans, and there are some out there, they're just intimidated. They've been cowed into silence. This might be an opportunity for them to re-inject an element of sanity into their own party. Okay, so Lil Kev says Biden should come to the negotiating table over this debt ceiling thing. To negotiate what, Kevy? Tell me exactly. Keeping us out of default is non-negotiable, so stop the grandstanding, do your job, and end this childish little game of chicken. Remember when Roe got overturned, oh, this is not about trying to impose a national ban on abortion. You watching the Sunday shows yesterday? Did you hear Pence? Did you hear Lindsey Graham? And by the way, I thought CNN's Dana Bash was going to kick Lindsey Graham's ass, and she certainly could. There's no question about that. Rhetorical question here. Who is more completely disgusting? Would that be Pence or would that be Graham? There is no wrong answer. Okay, exploding rockets are far from Elon Musk's biggest problem because Tesla shareholders are on the warpath. Elon sells cartoon balloons in town. His family business thrives. Got a big problem. All right, this is too good. I saw this on a news website headline this morning. Ron DeSantis, facing challenges at home, will test presidential ambitions overseas. That sounds like a fine idea to me. I'm sure he polls very well in Saudi Arabia, for example, and I think he's completely qualified. That's a good fit. For a moment, let me move away from the moral point and just focus on the logical. We lead the universe in gun violence. We have more guns per capita than any country on earth. We have more guns than we have citizens, and we have more mass shootings than we have days. And people tell me that the solution to that is more guns? That's insanity. And apparently a lot of people believe that because Americans are running to gun stores like never before. That is complete insanity. I want to close today asking you a question, and it's not a rhetorical question. I really would like for you to respond in any way you want to, including at radicallyrational.com. For some folks, why have transgenders become the focal point of your hatred? Why have you singled them out? And why is that such a big issue? I'm really trying to ask you to answer this question for me because I don't understand. What's it to you? How does this harm you? And why have you tried to make them the scapegoats for everything? Why do you have transgender phobia? Hang on. I know a lot of you better than you know yourselves. You're sitting there going, what do you mean transgender phobia? I'm not afraid of them. Yeah, you are. And that's the whole point. And that's behind all of your bluster. You're afraid of everything. Move forward. Have a great Monday. Go Stros. We're radically rational.